Hi, folks. This is your serial cynic again, and I'm here to do a very short video, actually. Um, but it's back to one of my old topics. Someone has just recently started replying to some of my videos on the Black Hebrew Israelites. And when I was listening to one of the videos, it's been a while now since I've been actually since I remember the contents of some of these videos. So when I get replies, I have to go back and listen to the videos again to see what they're replying to. Well, in doing so, a thought came to my mind from one of the videos. I think it's the one where it says the problem with the Hebrew Israelite narrative. If I'm not mistaken, that was the title of the video. So you can go and take a look at it if you want to. The problem with the Hebrew Israelite narrative. Well, as I was listening to the video, a thought crossed my mind because in that video, what I spoke about is Hebrew Israelites walking around like it's a badge of honor to say that they're cursed according to their belief, according to what they believe is in the Bible. Hey, I am cursed, so that proves that I'm a child of God. It just seems so counterproductive anyway. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. But this is what they say. Hey, what are the people who curse like us black people? That means we have to be those people in the Bible. Makes no sense to me. But according to them, the whole fulfillment of the scattering. Now, some will tell it is perpetual. It happened back in the days of the Assyrians. It happened in the days of the Babylonians. But a lot of times they generally point to the time of Emperor Titus when he invaded the land of Palestine in 70 CE. He invaded the land and he scattered a bunch of the inhabitants to places like North Africa. I'm sure some were taken back to Rome and others fled in different directions. I'm sure down to Egypt and to the Arabian Peninsula, to Mesopotamia, wherever they may have ended up. So a lot of them point to that period as being the time when the predicted scattering that was predicted in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 started. But they say they're cursed. They say they're cursed. And where a lot of them point to the fulfillment of this beyond the scattering there with Titus is they point to slavery, which Western slavery, African slavery on the Western side, I guess you can say taken to this side of the world or to Europe, started somewhere in the late 1400s. My question is, what happened between the time of Titus back in 70 CE all the way up to the 1400s? So we're talking about 1400 years went by. What was going on with the Hebrew Israelites at that time? Were they somewhere being cursed? Because sometimes when I listen to these Hebrew Israelites, they talk about these people founded empires, did wonderful and great things, which I'm not going to deny that that could be possible. They founded empires. They had this going on. They had that going on. So that 1400 years, that 1,400 years between Titus and slavery, African slavery, West African slavery, what was going on? Where were the curses? Okay, yeah, granted, scattered. You're not in your homeland. If you're going with that narrative, you're not in the land of Israel. You're scattered. Okay. But do we have any stories of lives of Hebrew Israelites in Africa going through all the other mentioned curses? Do we know of these type of things? Because it seems to me like when Hebrew Israelites start pointing to evidence of this curse, they start from the time of slavery up to this point today. But I want to know if they can fill me in on the 1400 years in between. What was going on? Any fulfillment of any of that written in Deuteronomy chapter 28? Were these Hebrew Israelites being taken on ships during that 400 years and being scattered all over the world? As far as I know, the narrative goes, they went into Africa and they were scattered all over the place and all different parts of Africa, notably West Africa. And it just seems like it just went quiet. And then slavery happened. And then, oh, see, the curses are there. Where were they for the 1400 years in between? What was going on? Help me out with that, okay? If you have answers, put it down in the comments. Let's hear your thoughts. Thank you for listening.